Already?
Well, we were at starting soon, so I mean that's
Oh,
kind of close.
live-ish.
Live-ish. We were live-ish. All right. Yeah, yeah. So, when last we left them, I guess Cutler stayed behind, finishing prep for whatever wedding uh, day stuff. Probably
Hey,
secretive
there's a
stuff
lot
that
to plan for.
probably
He's
secretive stuff that only the orcs can know. So they're by proxy only Cutler can know. So and Jinyuka found her way um, to the 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 crossroads where the emissary took her to meet Ferraris, the Rockseer elf. Ferraris Jinyuka is unlike any elf that you've ever seen before. He's kind of a grayish skin tone, uh, whitish gray hair, and he seems naturally adept in the Underdark. Um, he takes you on a day's journey, where you go through several like secret areas and secret passages and such, and he introduces you to several of the perils of the Underdark, um, including including what something.
By the way,
Warm mask.
Yeah.
my token is showing and not me
What do you mean? What does that even mean?
you know talking about on the stream.
on the screen.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, hold on, let me fix that. I'm like, what does it mean your token is showing and not you? Um,
From Twitch is what I meant.
yeah. Yep. I see that problem. One second. We will fix that right away.
You will fix it, and you will fix it with a smile upon your face, huh?
That is not. Okay, I see.
Oh, the buzzer.
You.
Now Stephanie's in my box.
Yep.
Stephanie's
There's
on her
two
twice.
Stephanies. This is a tale of two Stephanies.
Yeah, that's
One
not
Stephanie is evil, and the other is not so evil. But
I knew it.
they both seem to like to carry around an undead dagger.
The power of two Stephanies. Truly, this world is unforgiving.
All right, let's see if we can fix that like that. There we go. Ta-da! All right, so
Here I am.
as I said, James was going back and looking at his pending nuptials. I don't know if you can see this. I think you can see this map, right? Everybody? Anybody?
No,
You
probably
over-
not me.
Okay, so Jinyuka, okay, it's because you guys are at the beginning of the thing, but let's
Um,
here, let's put Grandolith. Grandolith, I'm just putting everybody there just so they can see it. Hang on, let me find Jinyuka. Jinyuka, where you at? Jinyuka, there you are. So there, now you should be able to see this map, right?
you can see it.
And I think you should be able to see the whole map. I think.
Yeah, I mean, this is huge.
I got the dynamic lighting off. Yeah, okay. So you guys aren't actually there. Well, Jinyuka would be there with Ferraris. He's showing you this razor glass. These razor glass caverns are basically obsidian, and they will cut the hell out of you if you're not careful. As you know, obsidian can be sharpened to a point where it is only a few molecules thick. Um, at any rate, so he shows you things as you're going like this. And he shows you treacherous footing. And he tells you about wormholes. and Stink Mold, and of course the Razor Rock, like the cavern you're being shown in right now, and Oozes, and Dangerous Ledgeways, and Glass Rock, much like the Razor Rock, is basically the obsidian, but it hasn't been sharpened and hasn't been broken to points or whatever naturally. It's still kind of like smooth and glassy.
Uh-huh.
And fungal hazards, and you can go and read these at your leisure. Joe, you might be able to go read them at your leisure too, but at your leisure. Anyways, and of course you know about piercers because you guys have already gotten this far. I think Joe,
Yeah.
you probably know about piercers too, probably. But
I've fought them.
at any rate, so Ferraris leads you past the Razor Rock Caverns.
Nice.
Leads you to a wormhole section where there's like holes all over in the floor. And he casts his pass without trace on you because he looks at you and he says, "Oh, I already know better," and he casts his pass without trace on you. And
Yeah, I'm not that good at stealthy.
so I don't know if you can see
Here we
this
go
map.
again.
I don't know if you can see this map, but if not, here's
You can say it.
Okay.
and then he also shows you like some fungal caverns. I think you should be able to see that. By the way, if you
Yep.
look at this map here too, it's afternoon maps from Patreon. And he also shows you kind of a he also shows you like a steep ledgeway type of thing. Right. And he takes you to what appears to be a dead end. And when he takes you to this dead end, he stops and then he like kind of vanishes through the wall, it looks like. And what you realize is he's actually just like going between some sections of the wall, and it's like a hidden area, and it leads you toward a large tunnel.
Dead end. Dead end. Dead end. Dead end. Dead end. Dead end. Dead end.
In the large tunnel, he takes you down, and you meet a lady, and she's a small gnome lady, and she says, he says, "Ah, your friends have been waiting for you. I see you're a short one." And she says, well, we better get on with what we're doing with at least just you. Perhaps we can, perhaps you and your friends can take care of the problem. And just as she says that, I kid you not, this blue veil portal opens up above her head. She kind of like looks up surprised, and this figure falls through this blue veil portal and just hits the ground like thump, and just lands on the ground, and it's like, oh. And Grandolith, you have stepped through a color pool that you weren't aware of, and you've landed here in Glimgard.
Does that happen often here?
She says, not as often as you might think.
Brian, how do I shut the friggin' photos off for the nameplates?
Oh, I exited the ones that
There's
I
an X
forgot.
up in the top right corner. Should be.
You're gonna have to click it for a while.
Yeah, you'll be clicking.
Oh, wow. What are you talking? No, not them. The character pictures on our for in roll 20.
Oh.
I'm not sure what you mean.
The
Go to
players
settings.
Yeah, I'm in there. I can't remember how to get rid of
Oh, you mean where our names are?
them. Yeah,
Okay, so you're gonna just go to settings,
you know,
and you go to personalization and display. I think is that it?
that's where I'm at. I'm not seeing it.
I think it's
no,
character
no,
pop-out
it's not
window.
gonna be that. It's gonna be. Is it? What? No, it's not character
I'm
pop-out
wrong.
windows. It's
No.
in graphics.
Graphics.
Nope, it's not in graphics either. Hold on. I
They
will
moved
find it. I will find
They
it.
did move it.
I thought it was in personalization and display.
There you go. Audio and video.
Audio and
video
video, there you go.
display. Names only.
Yep. Okay,
There
that's what it
it
is.
is.
Audio and video, and then there's a tab called video display. And switch it to
Yeah.
player video avatar size to name only.
There it is. That's what I needed. Thank you, guys. Much
And you
appreciated.
can also change the player video avatar location to bottom as the default or top as the default. It's up to you, but
Defaulted at bottom.
that's what I
Currently,
usually do. Yeah. I can move them, so I like a log. I can usually move them. Okay, I can't move them in here apparently. I don't have that setting set up. So at any rate, the lady introduces herself as Carmen Aaron. And Ferraris, the elf that would travel with you, seems to have kind of disappeared, like almost out of nowhere, like almost as if he's faded into the rock. And Carmen Aaron takes you to the central town area here. I don't know where everybody else is. I think they're at their. Aren't you guys at the house? Yeah, you guys are at the house.
Yeah, I see everybody in front of the house.
Yeah.
I can't go past this point. Let's see. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you can go that way.
And it's quick.
Okay. The color's cool.
9. Since I have no idea where I am.
Yeah, but I'll find you. You can see yourself in the character sheet thing, but hold on one second.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So-
I'm just saying as like a player, if my character has no idea where I'm at or what's going on.
Yeah, and the lady that introduces herself as Carmen Aaron to Junyuka, as you're getting up and dusting yourself off there, Grandolith, she says, you might as well come along too. You're obviously here for a reason.
Yeah,
Let's
obvious.
not dally. And
Never.
Little lady who gets straight to the point.
she says,
we get another ragtag.
She says, as I was saying to your friends in the previous day, that we have a slight problem with some trolls. And, well, if you could eliminate these trolls or drive them off, then perhaps the Quaggoths, or not Quaggoths, no, the Troglodytes could retain their own community back, and perhaps things would go easier between trade from here on out, or with trade from
Easy
here on out.
trade.
She says Troglodytes aren't exactly the friends of the Sphere from Neblin, but she says, but they are also willing to trade. Trolls, however, just want to eat us or cause trouble.
Sounds appropriate.
Yeah, they tend to do that.
And she has given out this to the players, if I can find it.
The crude map.
Yeah, the crude map. Yeah, here it is. So she's given this out to you guys,
Very nice.
and that's kind of a crude map of different things going on. You know that the trolls are about almost half a day's travel back toward the orc camp.
I hate
Grandolith, you probably wouldn't know that because you have no idea how far anything is from here because you just kind of fell through a feller pool.
Yeah, I'm just kind of
Yeah, you found the easy way here. It was pretty treacherous to actually get to the city.
What? You don't know.
Yes, very treacherous. I believe proper introduction is in order, mysterious friend. I don't tend to travel with secrets.
Well, I don't keep them. I am Grandolith the Grey. Formerly
Yes.
of, where was it from? Oh God, why is the name gone?
Osbrabin? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I didn't know if that's what you were going for or not.
It's just canonically amnesia. I was gonna be like, oh, well, this just gets better.
When you fall through the color
Didn't
pools,
hit your head too hard when you hit the ground.
Yeah, you know, concussions and all that.
Right. Well,
Anyhow, yes, I am a sword for hire. I'm slightly picky about who I work for.
choosy. Yes, yes, okay. And Asbraven, right?
Osbraven,
Yes, yes.
not Asbraven. Osbraven.
Ah,
that's a
forgive
different
me.
town entirely.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Yeah, so, okay. I think I have all the information I need.
Yes, yes. So look me up on all my socials.
Look me up on all my socials.
Mr. Grandolith, right?
Yes.
Yes. I will trust you provisionarily.
Yeah. All I can ask. Though I do worry my friends will be quite lost without me. Eventually I'll find my way back.
Well, to be fair, you seem quite lost without them at the moment.
And she says,
Yeah.
you see the deep gnome lady. She says, well, perhaps if you do this, you can be trusted to use our flux point, which will take you to the Rockseer Elves, or perhaps you could take the long way to journey to the Rockseer Elves, which they'd appreciate much more, I'm sure. And at which point they could tell you how to get back to wherever you might need to go.
Get a different job, ass. Alright, very well. It sounds like we have a plan in place then.
Plans.
Not really,
Plans.
but-
Oh, yeah, we don't really do plans very well. I find that it's a lot more interesting to fly by the seat of your pants.
Yeah, it's gotten us in trouble a few times.
Oh, we can't hear you, Taylor.
Mostly dead, but
Oh, there we go.
We've
So,
lived this far.
worry not, plan or no plan, things always seem to work out pretty well for us.
Yeah, we have a pretty high success rate.
considering you've died twice and we have brought you back twice.
Okay, but it's still a high success rate. It's not 100%.
It's good to know you care enough about your friends to make sure that they're brought back should they fall.
I consider it a matter of necessity.
We're not.
Of course we are, Carl. The best of
Okay.
some of us.
You can also see on the second day that like several gnome children have kind of come about the main fountain area to kind of like check you guys out. You know, several gnome deep gnome children, and
is
some
it
of the
story time?
citizens too. They're just curious. They've never seen outsiders much.
You already know what I'm gonna do, Brian.
Well, I'm gonna go say hi to the kids because I seem to work well with kids.
I'm gonna head straight to the fountain, and once again, in typical Voladar fashion, hark, everyone!
Oh God.
Okay,
Our presence.
You hear a brief as Januka goes to say hi, and as you say hark, you know, as you kind of like, you know, raise your voice to say hark, everyone, you see all the children kind of scream and run.
Perfect.
And then they kind of like hiding behind, like things, which isn't hard because like to Jinyuka, these kids are like probably come up to her ankle for the most part, like, and for Folidar, even they're probably not much taller than his calf, like.
Right. Little ones, oh so fragile, but fear not. We are not colonizers of this great world. We are to be saviors and heroes among
We'll see
many
about that
different
one.
adventures. I have here a collection of such great stories. Tales of Januka the Worldbreaker, or the mighty Cutlers, King of the Storms, or even the shrewd and cunning Kablooey. And also, there's a story about Just Tessa in here as well. Gather around and hear the story of great heroes who come to your town to once again do deeds of heroics, and one evil sorceress. And then just kind of open. You are in this story. And then I just started recounting exaggerated tales of everything we've done thus far.
All right, so several of the more brave ones, like, kind of come closer to you and kind of are curiously getting closer to Jinyuka because like Jinyuka's pretty friendly, but they're still very cautious because to them you are like literally a giant.
I will kneel down and pull out some sweets.
You're not just a giant, Kin. You're a giant.
Right, especially to them.
To them, yeah. I mean,
Brandon will just sit back observing.
I mean, to Carmenere and the head lady, she is probably all of 4 foot tall.
Also, it helps Grandolive gets caught up on what we did so far. Although, again, extremely exaggerated stories. So from his point of view, we're essentially walking nukes.
Yeah. So,
and
so one of the.
I'll interject once in a while to be like, and you died.
Notice I didn't bring myself up in the tale of heroes.
Right. She's like, and that's the point when Folidar died, the first time.
And I was reborn.
And then that's the point when Folidar died the second time.
You guessed it. He died.
And guess what happened then? Okay, so so you tell the story. You see several of the townsfolk have come out too, like several of the other gnomes, like the adult gnomes, have kind of come out and kind of like listened to the story. They're enwrapped about what's been going on the surface, and to them everything you say sounds kind of alien and strange, but it's definitely caught a lot of their attentions. But Carmenere like interjects like probably when you're almost finished and says something along the lines of, "So have we come up with a plan on how to deal with these trolls?"
It's the concept of a plan.
We have 12% of the plan.
It's very much in its forming stages, but it's there. And then I just kind of lean over to Januka and go, "Do we have a plan?"
I just got here. I don't even know what the situation is.
Okay, yes.
We
makes perfect sense.
kind of had a rough idea of the start of a plan.
Yeah.
I think our plan was to pick a fight
Lure
with them and make a hell of a lot of noise and lure over the purple worms to eat them and hopefully not us.
Completely out of character. I remember us discussing that plan. and it is quite literally the semblance of a plan. Canonically, I'm hoping Januka hears our plan and goes, but nonetheless, that is our plan. We will take one enemy and feed it to the other.
I'd rather do this like secretively, like lure the performs and not engage.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting how we pull that off.
What do we know about these trolls?
Well, they are of the troll-like variety. Then that's all.
So, fire and acid.
You know that Carmen Aaron fills you in a little bit on what they have talked about, and you know that one of the trolls is rumored to have 2 heads.
Hmm. It's the legendary Hydra troll.
Could be.
Stories, that's all they are.
Better Hydra troll
Yeah,
than a
but
Hydra troll.
You have wet dreams about stories.
That's why I know when one sounds like a bunch of bull. Seriously, a 2-headed troll. Why, that would have been documented. I would have read plenty of books about it. No, it's just a troll who's probably got like a really stupid helmet.
Considering you apparently haven't read anything about the Underdark.
Well, trolls are not exclusively Underdark, okay? I think we can go by our knowledge of trolls pretty well here. All right? If there is a 2-headed troll, then by God, I'll fight him myself.
No, you won't.
Yes, I
You'll
won't.
die.
But I stand that stringent on my beliefs. Besides, if there is a 2-headed troll, I would not miss the chance to document.
She has told you that the 2-headed troll is a leader of sorts and possesses some sort of magic that makes the other trolls fall in line.
Hmm.
And she says beyond that she doesn't know, and her scouts dare not get even that close to, think about, contesting against the trolls. To the trolls that are giants, a troll, a troll is at least double to triple the size of you, Januka. They would be, gnomes would just be, ants, essentially,
Yeah.
like not much more than ants.
They're popcorn chicken.
And while she herself might be able to handle one of them, a whole cave system full of them would be not likely.
Do we have a general idea as to how many of these trolls there are?
She says, I don't really know. She says, our scouts have reported several. I would say they've given me the idea that there's at least a dozen or so of these trolls in these caves.
I mean, there's a shaman, the 2-headed one, and there's gotta be a bunch of lackeys. So we're looking at least half a dozen.
Can I Arcana on any kind of spell that may induce subjugation of mind? Just to once again pull from the knowledge that I hope I have on this.
Sure.
What we've learned about me in these roles in the Underdark is that I don't know anything. So it would only be hilarious if I rolled very high on this Arcana check to see if I know what spell we may be dealing with.
Well, there are trolls on the surface too, so I mean,
right.
It's a
16.
fair assessment. 16. Okay, so
Yes.
a spell that might deal with them. Is that what you're thinking of? Something like that.
I was more so trying to get a good idea of how a 2-headed troll would be subjugating the rest of the trolls.
Okay.
Spell wise.
So you would think a charm monster type of thing, or a dominate, or you know, like maybe even a mass suggestion type of thing might work.
I see.
They
But-
could just be the most powerful, and then they seem to follow strength.
If I learned one thing, my years, it's that strength alone does not create a very loyal following. Rather, it creates more enemies than friends.
I don't know. You just made friends with a bunch of ogre. Shoot. Whoever Cutler is marrying into.
And to be
don't-
fair,
the orcs?
again,
Or,
Cutler's demonstration of power came at the cost of a lot of talking up. That is a loyalty in which they are found to bond in blood, but we have seen people whose loyalties have been bought, paid for, or ultimately controlled. And I think we may be dealing with something a little powerful, such as dominate. Perhaps even any charming spells of any variety.
No, it'd have to be a mass charm.
Something that powerful.
Or it could be an artifact or magic that does it.
Bulliest troll in the group.
I dare say that I feel that the trolls have had some outside assistance. But
Carmen,
it's just a theory.
Carmen Aaron says, "Well, not that I have a problem with you, of course. You all have stayed where you were told, and it seems that the children and the adults have now kind of, at least somewhat, acknowledged your existence. So, but of course, you know, trust doesn't come easy for us, Surf Neblin, and well, perhaps if you went and scouted the troll caves, you could get an idea of what you were up against."
Yes.
before we do that, did we get some scrolls past without trace that you were giving us?
Ah, yes. I was creating a couple of those for you yester eve, and she says, I did bring them with me, and she hands you 2 scrolls of Pass Without Trace.
Perfect. Yeah.
It does seem that she may be correct. I suppose it's time for us to assess the situation.
You'll be fine.
And then I just kind of look to Jessa and I go, as much as I regret saying this, perhaps it's best that you hold the scrolls.
Thank you.
That's my soul. Nonetheless, of all of us, if the worst comes to worst, you are easily the stealthiest. Which is why I'm so glad you volunteered to be scouting leader.
Does make the most sense.
Verily it does.
Okay. All right. So, are you guys going to go and check this out?
Yeah.
She leads you to the back of the edge of the city. Granted, if this is your first time seeing this wall, the natural stone, the way it's shaped and formed, almost looks like a dead end, but it's actually like a secret door. It's just a passage that you can pass through. But and it leads you to the edge of the city. And she says, "Don't forget how to spot it." And she kind of grants you a little bit of a idea of how to spot the dead end and like where the passage is and such.
It was this way, right? Oh, dang it. Okay.
And as you guys head out from the gnome area here, okay, you guys can see the top up here where this is this first one, City Maze. I think. Maybe?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So the top there where you're at, and then this represents the dead end where you guys kind of come out into the, the Underdark, so to speak. You guys are traveling back according to the map that you got, the crude stone map that you have, and you guys are walking along. Grandolph may be talking about, talking about like previous adventures. You guys sharing stories, whatever. You guys are walking for about a half hour, and all of you need to make a perception check.
You know, Grandolith, he keeps quiet till he knows what's going on. But I will make that perception check. And by make that perception check, I mean I will make that perception check.
This is where he gets the nat one.
Oh, come on, Brian. You've seen this too many times.
Asshole.
Who are we missing? Oh, Januka got a 20. Okay, so. Oh, and Fuladar got a 22. Okay, so Fuladar, Januka, and Joe, Grandolith, you all, like, stop as everybody else is kind of moving forward. And Jessa is kind of like, leading the way, and she kind of doesn't realize for a second that you guys have all, the three of you have kind of stopped. And she kind of, like, stops and turns. And are you going to ask them why they've stopped? Kaw and Jessa, are you going to say, hey, why'd you guys stop? Or
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's the deal?
Okay, so you definitely didn't notice.
Notice what?
So Joe, you got an 18.
Yes, sir.
What you notice? There's some kind of something strange about the air right here. Like almost like a breeze against your skin that you didn't expect here.
I will.
And then Januka, you notice not only notice that same breeze, but you notice that there's an odd formation to the rock to your south. And Fuladar, you're like, Fuladar, I'm going to leave this up to you how you tell them, but you can clearly see there's a door here, just like the one back at the dead end. Another stone formation, basically, that's a hidden passage.
So, I without even prompting the proper explanation, I just looked to Januka and then I just looked to Grandolph and said, so, what do you think is behind it?
Only one way to find out.
Okay.
There's definitely a breeze. I would assume there's another passage here.
I've looked at it
Are you
like.
sure it's okay to be venturing
Please
off the
don't
path?
kill yourselves.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
Yep,
So
opening the door.
okay. So it's not. There's not an actual door. It's just like that rock formation where the rock kind of covers another rock, kind of thing, which covers another rock, and it's kind of like basically you just kind of go around a rock to get in. Like in another area.
Okay, so yeah, let me redirect that. I am the first to ease through the passage.
Okay.
So it's kind of like the labyrinth.
Yeah,
thing.
in the movie Labyrinth, where the rocks kind of overlap each other, and you kind of like, or even where the statue is like a face, and then it like from the different angle, it's kind of that kind of stuff. It's basically just an optical illusion. Yeah.
Guess I'll follow.
All right, so let me throw you guys in here.
Three of us are doing a scouting mission. Sounds fun.
Okay. I think the dynamic lighting is done for this, I hope. Yes, it is. Okay, good.
I am dynamically seeing nothing.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
That means the dynamic lighting is working.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me throw you guys onto the board here.
I would
Okay.
definitely. I would.
Oop. There we go. There's Januka. Why is Januka up here by herself? That's so weird.
Don't know.
That was a positive. Suspension on a Chevy work.
Do I have two Janukas? Maybe I have two. I do have two Janukas. Why do I have two Janukas?
Doppelganger story arc, obviously.
Okay, hang on. Let me get rid of that one.
Don't see me anywhere.
You are this one. Okay. Okay, you can zoom out. You might have to have a light on. Hang on a second. $20 and low light, 20 foot. And there we go. Okay, now you should be able to see, if you zoom out, you should be able to see Januka. And Jessa.
So can't see me.
Are you sure? Maybe
Yeah.
you might have to refresh then. I don't know.
Am I on the board already?
Not yet.
Wait.
I'm getting you there. You can see you. Ka is on the board. I am looking. There's Folidar.
I'm on the board.
There we go. I can see it.
Yep. You all have to probably zoom out as far as you can go.
Say I'm
Yep.
all the way zoomed out. I don't see anything.
I see it.
And you might have to refresh too.
Yeah,
don't
I had to
know.
refresh.
And Joe, there you go. Grandolith, you should be able to see.
I can see everything.
And putting your echo and your lions up by you, Grandolith. Hold on one second here.
I see.
Okay, you guys begin. I see you guys trekking down the long dark tunnel.
Well, while we're doing this, I'm just making a small talk with Grandula and say, so I noticed you have a couple of echoey friends there.
Oh, you don't know enough about the lions yet.
You wouldn't
Don't-
see them yet. They don't just
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they don't just travel with them, but
Okay, this is what you like, yeah.
Hey, does Colin
We have experience with echoey people.
again?
this call what?
You want to climb up on my shoulder again?
You know, I wouldn't say no to that. Yeah.
Oh, this is the worst.
Why is this?
Hmm.
There we go.
Were they not?
Okay, so
More trouble with this one than the last one.
hold on one second here. I gotta do something. I forgot. Lighting. Door. Okay. So you guys follow this tunnel down.
Almost.
And as you follow this long passage, it's a little bit more well hewn than the rest of the caverns, but not. It's still pretty roughly hewn. But at the end of the tunnel, you notice that it stops at a large wooden door, very stout looking, banded with iron. There's a plaque and lettering in Gnomish, Dwarven, and Common.
Ah. And
All
I
right.
read exactly 2 of those languages.
Yeah, and
Oh wait, no, I read I read 2. I don't read Gnomish. Huh.
each
I read numbers.
each language translates "disturb not the noble dead."
Oh no. Oh no.
Listen to Stephanie laughing already.
Now, Jessa, I think it's best that we respect the wishes of whoever wrote this here and just turn around.
I second that. Yeah.
There's nothing to gain from the
I
dead.
mean, it wouldn't be bad for cannon fodder towards the trolls.
Well, truly, we wouldn't want to disrespect the noble dead with the idea of them being slain again, right? That would just be quite preposterous. Let's just all agree to turn around, yes, and head down a different pathway, yes.
We should go the other way.
I was gonna be like, where is Grendelith? Like, he's gone down a different path, I think.
Is Grandula stay back by the beginning?
I think he went down a different path.
No, he's still back by the beginning.
Okay, there he is. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yay, everyone. Going back, not disturbing the noble dead, or in any kind of way resurrecting their bodies.
Yeah. Yay.
Is the door unlocked?
You can go and check.
No.
I'm gonna try the door.
You see that it does have a rather large lock, but it's built inset into the door. It looks rather complicated.
Well, just everyone has their limits, and there's nothing wrong with just acknowledging a lock that can't be picked. On with the trolls. Let's go, everyone. let's mosey
We've
on.
been asked not to disturb them since they are honored dead. So let's go back.
So
to
are
where
you
we
guys
came.
going to are some of you heading away?
I'm like trying to gesture. I need to make sure that Jessa walks away from the door. That's my whole thing.
I'm on Januka's shoulders, so I'm going where she goes.
Yeah.
All right, so and I'm heading back up the corridor. So
There you go. There. So I'm just like in between those two, just kind of slowly sauntering, but looking
So
back.
I think
Go ahead.
Fuladar, you are essentially kind of somewhat pleading with Jessa to not open the doors.
I am trying my hardest not to give up ground here, but yeah, what I'm doing is essentially just a very diplomatic way of pleading.
All right, Jessa, it's up to you. And Grandolith, are you gonna kind of head back up the corridor too?
I'm hanging out watching to see what happens here.
Okay.
I have my own opinions on this situation, but no one around here knows me, so they wouldn't know what they are.
All right, Jessa, you gonna try to pick the lock, or you gonna
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pick
better part of valor? Okay.
As I see her picking the lock, I just go like, you are sincerely, easily the most disagreeable person I've ever met in my life, and we come from the same species. What are you doing?
Okay.
Oh, please, you love me. I've saved your life multiple times.
I can be very grateful for the fact that I've been brought back from the brink of death, but understand that when someone calls something noble dead, they usually have some sort of catch to them.
Okay, so go ahead and give me that thieves' tools at advantage.
If she breaks into this.
DC 22.
She can still realistically do this. It's entirely possible.
It is not a magical lock, so
God.
it's just a very well-made gnomish lock.
Oh.
So you can do the thieves' tools on the lower left of your sheet, or sleight of hand, whichever works better, but at advantage.
He said he wants her to open that door.
Who does?
So, these tools are sleight of hand. They're two different.
It should have the same bonus if you have expertise in thieves' tools. If it's sleight of hand, you could do sleight of hand if you have expertise in sleight of hand. And you'll do it at advantage.
I also have the gloves of something.
Gloves of thievery, yep. So those give you advantage +1. Because I believe they give you advantage on this stuff.
Oh God, please.
Okay. You hear. You hear. Jessa,
I have a 13, so I only rolled a 10.
Jessa, you hear.
That's what I said. I said that's a very realistic roll for her. And then it's a +1 in addition to this.
You
What
hear.
race are you just out of curiosity?
Changeling.
You're tieflings? Okay.
No, changelings.
Changeling.
Oh, changeling.
Yeah, they look like humans right now, pretty much. I believe.
Or do you still
Yeah,
look
we're
like
both human currently.
no?
We got two
Oh, did
change.
we change it to gnomes?
Oh,
We
they
did.
might look like gnomes at the
Yeah.
moment. Yeah, they might look like gnomes at the
So what
moment.
we got? 2 gnomes, Goliath and what's the other character?
And Kablooey's a kobold.
A kobold.
Yeah.
I feel like I've adventured with Kablooey before.
Yes, you have, bro. I believe so. You might know Kablooey, yeah.
I think we do. Yeah, Grandolph's a Sedokar elf, so yeah, I think Kablooey and I have adventured together before.
Yeah, because
so
you adventured with Bash and Kablooey and Ka and Kablooey and who was the other one? Well, Pow Pow, but who's the other? There was another kobold too,
yeah,
I believe.
yeah, I can't think of who it was though.
I can't remember Marcos's character. Anyway, wait.
Jessa?
Before you go in there, you hear a click.
Okay.
Will you say anything as soon as you hear the click?
Jessa, I usually find that clicks are associated with traps, and traps are not exactly particularly favorable to me.
Would Jessa say anything when she hears the click, I should say?
Foldar, do you want to go through first?
Okay, as
No,
you say
I would rather
Foladar,
neither one of us go
as
through.
you're saying Foladar, there is a large explosion. Hold on, let me fix that again here. There we go. There's a large explosion.
I like it.
Where is it? To about there. Everybody make a dex save. Everybody in the circle make a dex save.
I knew it was a good idea to leave Januka.
It's never what you wanted to be.
Do we hear this explosion up the hall?
Yeah, you guys hear a loud, and it kind of like you got your ears ringing because it's just like came down through this cave tunnel.
My save is higher than hers. Let's see how boned I am. Oh, okay, that's fair.
So I look at the Billy and ask him if he thinks we should go back.
Grandolph, you're just out of range of the explosion, but it literally like blows your hair back off of your face, like whoosh, you can feel it like.
Let's make sure. Let's make sure Foladar's not dead again.
Okay, everybody that made the save, it looks like everybody made the save. So it's just Yante, it's just Foladar and Jessa. You take 14 damage.
Make sure both are fine.
Make sure we better go back and make sure Foladar's fine.
It's not fair.
I guess we'll head back at a slow jog.
And then Jessa finishes saying what she was saying. Like she's cut off for a moment, and she's like, "Foladar, you want to go first?" And you guys are like singed, you know. It's like it's a little bit of ashy charcoalness going on, and
No, Jessa. After all, you're the scouting leader. I say very sarcastically.
All right, you're lost.
We walked away for 10 seconds, and you guys blew everything up.
Right. It's like don't you know the money alone?
no,
It
gosh.
turns out that I have a penchant for explosions, apparently.
Okay. You can see if somebody wants to make a survival check, they could.
I just want to survive in general. Please.
Unfortunately, the survival check has nothing to do with your actual survival, so that's.
Moment. What else? Anyone get it?
20. Oh, okay. That was unexpected.
All right, Foladar, you do notice that inside there are some gnomish footprints. They seem kind of old, but because of this explosive blast, they seem kind of photographed onto the floor now.
Interesting. I don't know the dead to walk.
The
Well,
cavern
I guess-
complex here is clearly been worked by a dwarf or gnome. It does look like gnomish handiwork to any of those that might be familiar with it.
Okay.
To the sides of each of the halls, there are tombs. Wait, don't go so far ahead, Jessa.
She's
Are
like,
you
I'm
crazy?
getting what I came here for.
I don't.
As you get up to the center statue there, you notice that this statue looks like a large Svirfneblin. It is a plain stone slab altar. Its hands are crossed on its chest as if in a posture of shielding or denying access. Like this, kind of like the defensive, hands crossed in front of his chest kind of thing. It's about 10 feet tall.
Tall for a gnome.
Well, it's a statue,
You
so-
see me just scribbling in my journal. After all of my immense protest, I'm just documenting what I'm seeing here.
Okay, so you pass several tombs. Jessa, if you want to make a religion check once you get there, if you even care about what this thing is, that's up to you. But
I care a little bit.
We definitely shouldn't be here.
okay, you think that this is a statue of Caladur and Smoothhands, especially after being in the temple that the lady had.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. 1 second. I gotta look at something here. Of course. Because why not?
So their culture is very magnanimous, but what makes these dead noble, I wonder?
They're probably their kings and queens.
All right. You do see that
Or
there is a
just in
passage.
general, they're-
There's a passage behind the statue and a passage to the north and south of the statue.
Those footprints, are they still evoked here?
Up to about like, I mean, there's footprints that go up to the statue, yeah, but I mean they're only photographed up to about 20 feet after the door. Like they're only grafted to the ground about 20 feet after the door.
All right.
Just basically where the explosion kind of.
I'm trying to get a sense for it so I can follow the footprints.
They seem to stop at the statue.
Okay. We ventured into this area. Perhaps we shouldn't have, but I apologize, my friends. My curious soul has been awakened.
My question is why is there a statue of Gavor here?
Oh, did you not notice that her holy symbol that I forget her name already?
Carmenera.
Carmen Aaron.
Yeah, that she had.
Yes, it seems that the Stone has his preferred religion of choice.
I don't have these. Why don't I have this?
Ooh, what
I'm
we
not too
got
bright.
here?
All right, so where are you going?
Let me see. I'm following. Jessa.
Oh yes, another rather large archway. Man,
Oh yeah, I don't have any light.
You don't have any light?
Yeah, I just realized like every time I walk into the darkness, it's the darkness.
Hold on 1 second. You should have dark vision, I thought.
Yeah. Like everyone else has, like, yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, which way did she go? I actually couldn't see it, unfortunately. Let's
You're
go
directly
straight
behind
ahead.
the
There she
statue.
is. There.
Okay, so yeah, so up there is another large, archway with a door.
I see the door, and I just a couple of steps back, and then I start writing in my book, just waiting.
Hold on 1 second. Let me do something real quick because I need to mark some things real quick because I didn't do it yet. Sorry. My
So
bad.
just- Brian,
What's
I
that?
did not adventure with Kablooey. I only ventured with Kapow and
Mhm.
the others.
Oh, I
So
thought that when you guys first started doing stuff, I thought that you adventured with them in the
The Goblin thing, right?
the
Goblins?
burning goblins. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Did you play him in Burning Goblins?
I've only been in this campaign, right?
I
No.
thought you played him in Burning Goblins too, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Was that a one shot?
Yeah.
It
Well,
was
that
it was
our
it was the
audition.
audition. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's. Oh, wow. That's a.
a while ago.
But
Yeah,
we know we
Yeah.
way
Oh,
back.
Way back when.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you guys
So we
haven't
know
seen
each other.
you guys haven't seen each other in like a year and a half, 2 years, but yeah.
Definitely gives me a reason to hang with this group, though.
Hey, any
But
friend to cause.
You would kind of remember each other somewhat.
I mean,
Not
we all
not
love
adoringly per se,
Yeah.
but at least friendly. You know. All right.
Is
Oh,
the
yeah.
universal good of our team.
I don't easily forget friends.
I almost didn't recognize you. It took
Yeah,
me a
lot of
second.
things.
Yeah, so,
Lots has changed, little friend.
Oh, you're telling me.
okay. So sorry, I just had to mark a couple of spots real quick, and I had to let me bring up the opacity just a hair for myself.
Very sheepishly, I just tell Folodar, now Jessa, don't open that door.
Now, when you go to that door, hang on, let me give you a description here. Oh goodness.
Good.
Oh, I'm not going. Didn't go up far enough. Almost there. Somewhere, maybe. Okay, here we are. Okay, that door. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Okay, that door seems to be a door like an
You don't
archway.
Okay.
Like an archway, but it seems to be a door that's actually a wall. Like it looks like maybe it's not a door, like it's a false door. It's just carved to look like a door. And it seems to be a solid stone wall.
Yeah, it's a Dorant. I'm holding belief that that it's actually a door, and waiting on Jessa to try to open it. Documenting the result either way.
Yeah, I'm gonna press on it and see if it's an actual door or an illusion or something.
You press on it, it feels a little like there's almost an energy about it.
Ooh.
Hmm. I don't. When she makes that sound, it usually means something positive is happening for her.
What can I do? What can I do?
Your options.
Just leave it alone.
I will mention, I forgot to mention this. The crossed hands on the statue, where back at the statue, the crossed hands like this. They were kind of crossed like this, but they held in their hands. They held rubies in his hands,
Cool.
and they looked quite valuable.
Oh no.
Not greeting.
Please do not grave rob the the gnomes are trying to help.
What's the worst for here? Is her robbing the grave of its gems or robbing the grave of its souls?
Do an Arcana check on this door.
Yeah, you can do the Arcana check on the door. Yep. Okay, you realize that this isn't really. You realize that this isn't really just a stone wall. It is a wall of stone spell.
Oh, nice.
Say what spell?
A wall of stone spell. It's not just a. It's just not a wall made of stone. It's actually a spell that created a stone wall here.
Which means its source is magical. Which means if you know the source, then you know the entrance. I hate this so much. It's gonna actually manage to pull it off.
Yeah, it is a wall of stone, which I believe is abjuration. But 1 second, let me double check here.
Oh, there. That's why it was active.
Evocation. So you know it's evocation magic. You know that a wall of stone, in game terms, usually has an armor class of 15 and about 30 hit points per inch of thickness. You feel that the way this is, you feel like the way that this is created is probably only about 3 inches thick. But that's still 90 hit points a wall.
Well. Because we don't know about all of that. All I can see from our point of view is that it's stone. So I just go, well, looks like that's the end of our journey. The only reasonable thing left to do is to leave and not take anything on the way out.
Okay, is anybody going to go toward either of the other two passages? While Jessa's studying this wall.
I think I'll wander my way up here and see what's going on.
Wander your way northward.
So I'll move up that north passage.
Okay.
And I'm going south.
And you'll go south. Okay. So, roll. Okay. So, to the north, the tombs look identical in appearance as those in the first area that you came through, except for each one has a little symbol at the foot of each tomb.
Take a little closer look at one of the symbols, whatever one's closest to me.
Okay, they're in Gnomish. Do you speak Gnomish?
Let's look and see, shall we?
You need me to translate.
Why do I have 8 Elvish in here twice?
Because you speak double Elvish. It's double speak.
He speaks both low Elvish and high Elvish.
Must be.
Forwards and backwards.
Nope, I don't speak Gnomish. I speak a lot of Elvish, though. I can talk to any elf. I mean, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So,
Do the dwarves and the gnomes share any dialect?
a little bit.
Great. I could just barely make out some things.
For you, Foladar,
Interesting.
these tombs are identical to the other tombs also. But they all have symbols that are not like character symbols, but like picture symbols.
Which I am drawing in journal
You
here.
could make a religion check.
Yes, my knowledge of religion, the most reliable thing I've had thus far. I say ironically, as it is my worst trait next to athletics.
And Joe, you could
And wow,
you could make an Arcana check if you wanted to.
Oh, I am so good at Arcana check.
I always roll high on religion despite having the lowest modifier to it.
You recognize that you're not sure what these symbols are, Folidar, but you know that they have something to do with their some sort of gnomish deity. Each tomb a different deity.
I'm reminded of some deities.
Joe, you know you're not sure what the symbols are still because they're more like character symbols. But you do realize that they have something to do with like magic runes. That they have something to do with magic spells or something. Like you're not 100% sure, and you just kind of think that maybe wizards are buried here.
Okay. Makes sense. I'm gonna rob a grave. I'm robbing a warrior's grave, not a wizard's.
Very wise.
Wait, who carry a spell?
And wizards' graves usually come with a lot of extra explosions.
Yeah. I'll wander back towards the rest of the party then after I've evaluated up here.
I'm just myself monologuing. I just go.
All right, Jinyuka, are you going to do anything?
Actually, I'm starting to head towards the exit again.
I love that idea.
Smart
Okay.
move.
Okay, so Jinyuka's going to head to the exit. Kaw, you're going to head to the exit too?
Yeah,
And you ride on Jinyuka's shoulders?
you got it.
Okay, I will let you know that the tombs that you are passing on the way out, the regular tombs, essentially those
Nice.
those all do appear to be tombs of warriors. You see each tomb has either at the foot of the tomb has or on the like a the base relief statue on the thing has a warrior of some sort wielding a sword or a shield or an axe or something on them. Basically whatever their favorite weapon was in life, probably.
Right.
I'm going to rapidly. I'm not gonna run, but I'm gonna kind of power walk up to Kaw and Jinyuka and just go. I think we need to make sure that Jessa leaves this tomb with us.
Or we could just leave the tomb and close the door behind us.
You don't understand. Some of these tombs have inscriptions, characters of different deities. Now, I have found in my experience and knowledge that is only a case in two circumstances. Either they've buried their champions or they've buried their gods.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing on these graves, they seem to be reliefs of the warriors inside. So I'm pretty sure that they've separated their dead by class, and those are the clerics and paladins.
The point stands that if she were to have access to clerics, wizards, and warriors, we would be looking at a particular unchecked situation of amassed power. And while I am glad that Jessa is on our side currently,
The thing is that currently these people are all dead. She controls the undead with her dagger thingy. So
yes,
and
and
they
you
get up
recall,
and start walking around. She's not a necromancer, so she's not going to be raising the dead.
Grandolph, you'd be
yes.
taking some of this in too, and while they're talking,
Oh,
you'd be listening, and you hear that the idea that that Jessa actually has a dagger that controls undead. So
you do recall when she suddenly controlled the animated corpses that came from Ranchifus.
While they're talking, can I be working
were
on making kind of a small
Undead,
explosion?
so
you
Try
can,
and get through this smoke?
yeah, you can. All right.
unless she has a way to animate the dead, she cannot control them until after they are animated.
And you're willing to take that chance.
Yes.
Warriors, always the most pragmatic, never the most imaginative. Jessa, We've decided to leave this place.
Okay, so what kind of while they're off and searching and you're making this small explosive, what kind of explosive device are you making?
Just enough so I can like peer through and not necessarily blow up the entire wall.
Okay.
Don't worry about the hearing explosion.
Okay, you make this explosive, and fasten it toward kind of like the center of the wall.
Yeah.
What appears to be one of the thinner parts, perhaps. And you set it off. Yes.
Yep.
Okay, you guys all hear like a boom, like like nice big explosion, but not like super huge, just like just a loud bang, And Jesse, you do notice that it left a hole, and you like kind of look in the hole, and you see that there's still a little bit of stone in the way, and it appears there's something trickling inside that hole.
I just look to Januka and I go, leave her in here.
Now you feel like you could take one of your thieves' tools or a dagger maybe and dislodge the loose stone so you could see inside the thing, perhaps.
I do that.
And then I'm heading that way because an explosion is never a good thing.
As you do that, make a dexterity save. You do that, you dislodge the rock, and suddenly a gout of acid shoots out at you. Alright, you make the dexterity save, so you take half a 17, 16, 8 damage. And then the gout of acid just like dies down and just like psh, and then like it's gone. You realize that was basically some sort of trap that they had set for anybody that was going to break down the wall. When you look back through after the acid is gone, you notice you notice the chamber beyond.
I just realized, Ryan.
Yes.
I'll tell you after you're done with the description. I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, sorry. You realize there's a chamber beyond, and you can see, it's rather large.
Justin, even my scientific curiosity has its limits. Why do you insist on creating more destruction?
Let me see if I can find this picture.
I
here.
mean, you don't want to take a look?
What is it that you see?
Giving me all sorts of things.
It's very curious on what I see.
Mind
Come
you, I
on.
do not take joy in offending our rather religious friends here.
Irritation.com.
Hey,
And then
I
I-
haven't disturbed anything. I'm just looking around.
I just take a look too.
Hold on one second.
Also, I just I'll take a sniff. Is that acid?
One second.
It's just small thing.
I gotta. So basically, the large chamber beyond, you see two gleaming statues. What appears to be a glass or gem coffin. And hold on, a crystal coffin, and there is a small sphere about 6 inches in diameter hovering above the crystal coffin. And it just radiates like this magical aura.
Oh, word.
Is there any chance I can kind of read the magical aura from here, or is it like?
Yeah, make an Arcana check.
Never seen anything like this.
Not my best.
But not your worst. Actually, I guess that is the worst roll you've had today. They've all been pretty high.
Okay, hold on one second here.
I will also submit to the Arcana check. As Foldar cannot turn away from the possibility of new information.
Kind of curious myself.
Yeah, no. I really am not familiar with what's happening here.
I haven't looked. Can we take a quick breather?
Oh yeah, we can take a break. Let's do
Yes,
that.
sir.
Let's do a break.
Awesome.
Leave him on a cliffhanger.
Brian. Cleric sorcerer. Perfect. So I'm not overlapping anyone else's stuff. Nice.
So yeah. So we got Goliath Paladin, Changeling Artificer Rogue, Changeling Monk, and Kobold Sorcerer Cleric, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and Cutler's not here, but he's a barbarian.
Yeah, Cutler is a barbarian.
Well, Randolph is a fighter role. So.
Okay, so that's the scene before you guys.
Yeah. You see that?
That's what you see through the hole in the wall. Stephanie, with the Arcana check, you think that it is. Well, here, let me see. You think that it is an abjuration style magic. Usually, abjuration is about obscuring or protecting something.
So, in theory, if you were to. Nope. I give her a pathway.
Alright, I've learned enough. Folder, are you curious about who's buried there, or are you ready to go?
This is just the face of an actual conflict unfold early. This.
Sorry. The sphere also radiates the sphere itself radiates an evocation magic.
So let me get this straight. It's abjuration, evocation, invocation.
You get evocation from the sphere, but you also sense you also can sense that there's an abjuration. Also, so it's hard to tell like what's what. So either there's multiple magics cast upon this sphere, or there's something you're missing.
I think it's best that we return. Although in theory, and this is just in theory, if one were to hit that gem with some sort of projectile, I'm curious to think what would happen.
I will say to
Do you
Jinyuka
want-
and Ka, if you guys are willing and wanting, I mean, obviously you're probably kind of going slow, waiting for everybody else to kind of catch up a little bit, but during the time that they're debating and deliberating, you guys could probably make it back to the main passage.
And that's where we're headed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably.
So I just say that.
Do you or do you not want me to shoot at it?
I am not at all saying that you should shoot at anything.
Oh, to
magical
shoot at the
or-
sphere through the hole?
I'm asking Folder.
I am not in any way, shape, or form consenting to the idea that you shoot at something.
That is a
magically
very
draped over a
interesting.
gin coffin.
That is a very interesting prospect, and it makes me excited. Because it's one of those D&D your players can throw you a curveball and you'll never see it coming kind of things. So I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it. I love that. That's my favorite part about D&D.
It's Folder's decision. I have my crossbow. I'm willing to do it. It's just.
Folder is not about to give you a straight answer. It's about to be a very. I am not suggesting or even condoning the idea that you shoot a crystal that stands over a gem coffin of some very great leader.
Yeah,
I am just
No,
stating
the
that
coffin.
actually-
The coffin is crystal. The sphere is bronze.
Yeah, I know. I was saying the
Okay, yeah,
coffin is crystal, and it's a bronze gem over that crystal. And
Yeah.
I am in no way saying that you should do that. I am just simply illustrating a point that there will be more than likely some sort of reaction to a projectile hitting it, and that is a factual statement from my point of view.
You don't want to show up? You don't want to show
But
up?
I think we should go.
Come Come here. Come on. Hop on. No, I thought you were a lapdog. Atlas. The
Uh,
the huskies are
new
at my feet.
new friend, what do you think? Should we try out this experiment or shall we move on?
I think it's in your best interest to step away, leave the dead where they lie.
All
Yeah.
right.
And you are very adept at leaving the dead where they lie. So, if you will,
All right. Just know you'll never know what happens. And she'll walk back.
All right, cool. We can join the rest of the party.
Okay, you guys gonna go back? Gonna go back and join the rest of the party?
Jessa, wait.
What?
Foldar can't help himself, can he?
Cannot know about this.
Oh, who can't? Januka? Oh,
Januka
okay.
cannot know about this.
Okay, I thought Polidar was like, I thought curiosity was getting the better of Polidar all of a sudden for a second there. Okay. All right, so you guys head back to the main passage.
Wait. One arrow, one shot. You miss, we leave.
One arrow, one shot, you miss, we leave. Okay.
All right. Are you? Let's do this.
Okay. So, where are you guys going to stand to fire this arrow? Are you going to just like kind of is Jessica just going to kind of like hold it right up to the hole and just fire it through the hole like that?
She's the professional. I'm standing back.
Or is she going to stand back a little bit, or?
Will that affect my aim?
Not in this
Distance-wise,
case.
I'm
Not in
assuming.
this case.
Oh.
It's a. If you stand back 5 feet, it won't affect your aim. If you go back further than 5 feet, you'll have to essentially make a to-hit roll, but it won't be a disadvantage
I'll
or anything.
Stand back 5 feet and do it.
Okay.
It won't affect my aim.
All right. What about you, Grandolith?
I'm just gonna step back and watch what happens.
Okay, where are you stepping back to?
Oh, I think I'll go right about here.
Okay, and Jesse, you're going to stand back 5 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a to-hit roll.
God's have mercy. God's have mercy.
Okay. You see that the bolt goes cleanly through the hole, and as you see this bolt disappear, it's almost as if time slows down, and all of a sudden, a blast of cold air shoots out, which you definitely avoid. But it blows the wall like it like blows the wall like, and you can see cracks starting in the wall. Let me see. And you're gonna make a dexterity save.
Fighting a frost giant now, thanks.
I think that's my worst roll.
That is
Yeah.
your worst one.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna make the second dexterity save. You definitely avoid the cold blast that shoots out of the hole. But the following thing that shoots out of the hole destroys not only the wall,
But the changeling's standing in front of it.
Uh-oh.
but it shoots through.
Yeah,
Hang on a second.
the devil word. She's gonna hold this over my head. Shit, did that
I
happen?
only did what you said.
No, she can't die. This is the one time where I just cannot have that because she's going to come back and look at me. Like, you told me to do this.
Oh, where is it? There it is. Okay, there we go. 1 second. Turn it this way. And make it like so. Okay. The wall is obliterated. Everybody else make a dexterity save
No!
as this lightning bolt obliterates the wall and shoots out towards you.
Why do I go further?
I failed that one.
Oh, why do I never go further back?
Let me double check the length.
Oh,
Oh, wow,
It's,
nice.
only to there. Okay. So it's actually a
So
little
I'm just like Spider-Manning my way out of this.
okay.
This is the
So it's
greatest
just
match winning
just
in the
just
history.
shy of the statue. Joe, you would have advantage on your dex save
Oh, I'll make another roll then.
because you're just
Oh,
shy of
thank
it.
God. Jesus.
Fulidar, you got your dex save.
Almost better.
Jessa, you did not, but so Jessa, you take 32 damage.
Yeah.
Everybody else takes half of that 16 damage.
Do I still take 16 for the nat 20?
What's that?
I said, do I still take 16 for the nat 20?
Yep.
I'm asking.
Yep.
Probably
Yeah,
right.
16.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Don't you have a monk thing that allows
Do you have
to-
do you have evasion yet?
Give me a second. I'm actually checking right now.
Or not
Yeah,
not
I'll-
evasion. Whatever the monk evasion is. It might be called evasion still for the monk. I don't know.
It's hold on. Because I remember last time it wasn't on my sheet and I had to add it. Huh.
Look
What
at
was
Stammer.
it? Was it deflect? Deflect miss? It is deflect attacks?
No, that's deflect missiles, but that won't do that.
No, I have deflect. There's one night. It's like deflect attacks now, right?
Yeah, but it's still missiles, I think, or it might be it might be attacks, but it's not considered an attack because it's AOE. But
Okay.
It's still projectiles.
but let's see.
What was it? Because I don't have it on the sheet. I thought something along those lines.
Are you 7th level or 6th level?
No, we're 6th level.
Oh, so you get at 7th
That's
level,
right.
you get evasion.
Wow. That sucks.
Okay,
I just backflip off the wall for nothing. There.
so you take 16 points of damage, and Grand Olith, you take 16 points of damage.
Well, thank you.
But now the door is no longer there.
Now we gotta fight.
Yeah. Too bad.
Oh,
Paladin
you're welcome to explore, Fulidar.
again, too bad that the paladin wasn't there because of my aura could have helped.
Or just a cleric to make sure we don't die here.
Yep.
That's a real shame.
Yes.
so what it
yes,
was
the
is
door
that-
is open.
What it was is the bronze sphere does its own thing, but just past the this wall of force was also another glyph of warding,
Makes
and
sense.
the glyph of warding also weakened the 90 hit points of the wall because it did another 13d4. And then the lightning bolt just blew it apart because structure.
So the bronze stone is what did the lightning bolt.
That yeah. You think that that's probably, you guys might even know that. You guys might even have an idea that that's what happened.
Okay, now
Because
is
it
still
happened. The
floating?
lightning bolt happened a second after the, after the cold
Yeah.
blast of cold.
Is it still floating?
It is
Is it still giving
still
off the aura?
still glowing. Yep, still floating, still glowing.
Alright.
But you no longer notice the abjuration magic, only the evocation magic.
Let's stop.
So the abjuration magic must have been, you figure, probably a glyph of warding behind the
And
wall.
I
of
feel that
stone.
whatever that thing could evoke is something that we are not equipped to handle at this point. Again, not a word to call in Januka.
I'm fine with that.
God, keeping secrets is not my nature.
Nope. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
On yourself, okay. You gain 11.
I'm not. I'm going to just let this be a painful reminder of what happens when you enable Jessa.
You notice that the crystal coffin that's on the altar or whatever could have been hit by the lightning bolt, but it seems to be undamaged in any way, shape, or form.
I do want to. Okay.
It is a hinged lid. You can tell as you kind of are like seeing it.
I just start. Okay.
Can you do it?
Yes. I am not in any way, shape, or form approaching that thing. But it is curious to see that it remains completely unscathed by everything that just occurred.
I mean, we can always come back.
Now that you've opened the way, someone else will just come take whatever it is you were after.
We
Wasn't
should not
after
even
anything
be here.
else,
You
after
do not understand the gravity of what
knowledge.
the gnomes themselves have to come check this place. Surely one day they'll come and see it mostly destroyed, wards blown. My curiosity is quite sated. Thank you very much. I say it's
Yeah,
time we join up with the rest of our.
All the traps. I didn't look at that.
Sated.
I didn't look into any of the tombs. I didn't raise any dead.
Didn't raise any
I
dead.
Right.
I just took a look around and I paid some. I got hurt a little bit. All was fine. All was worth the risk. I learned some new things.
You learn some new things.
I think that is the best part of this.
Okay.
Knowledge is the way path to the future.
Okay, I'm going to assume that you guys are either going to come back here later and or not come back at all.
100%.
Okay, so I'm gonna move you to this other
Yeah,
map here. It'll be all dark
I was
for a
like, was there
second.
not like another path when we were that way?
Back to the main passage.
Okay.
Hold on one second. I think I've got Caw and I got Caw and Cutler actually on here. So hold on one second.
When we go back, we don't speak of anything. You just see kind of singed clothing and stuff. We're just like,
Speak for yourself. Lightning, I don't send you.
I mean, there's a person who caused an explosion prior to the lightning.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that.
Yeah, you were not. Yeah, same.
I was there, but I wasn't in range.
We were
Makes sense.
both very far out of the range of that one.
Oh, I see. Okay, hold on.
It's Dawn. I've lost half of my health just by standing next to Jessa. This is next level pain for me.
What did we learn today?
Don't enable Jessa is what I'm like. I learned that it doesn't matter whether you enable her or not.
She's gonna do it anyway.
I learned to not be near it.
All right, so we're gonna put Caw. You're already on the map. If you zoom out, you can see yourself.
Yeah, I see.
Okay, Jessa, you and them are gonna be bringing up the real Jinyuka, and Caw will be like at the lead.
I will watch the back. I'll bring up the rear.
Grandolith, you'll be in the back, and then Foladar, you're gonna go in the middle then.
Yes,
Okay.
the safest place for me.
Okay, so if you guys zoom out, you should be able to see the map now. At least some of it.
Nope, nothing.
No? Oh wait,
Not me.
I might have to get Foladar vision again. Hang on one second. Nope, he's got vision.
Okay, I was about to say I can.
Grandolith, you can't see?
Nope, I got nothing.
You might have to refresh. Zoom out as far as you can.
I've done. I'm refreshing now. Refreshing. Yes. Wait a second.
It should be still really dark, by the way.
No, somehow I got shoved into Grim Harvest.
Oh, because you had that open still, probably?
So let me,
I like
Next.
that he's just phasing in and out of realities.
I can see
pretty
it.
much. Alright, so, go back to games. That
Right.
explains
Yeah, your token's on the map. I can see that.
Well, I was in a whole other game. It moved me into Grim Harvest.
I actually did see him disappear from the player list when it happened.
Oh,
There
yep.
you go.
Now you're back.
Now he's back.
Is all my other stuff. Lost all my good stuff. Alright. Yep, I got a map now. Problem solved.
Okay, so you should be able to see fairly well, but it is still really dark. Like, this is a dark, dark area of the... Like, everything is dim light to everybody. Except for the fact that Jinyuka has a light source.
Yep.
Hold on one second. I believe I've got it turned on, but hold on one second. I hit the wrong key. Nope. Hang on, I gotta turn that light on. 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim. Turn that up a little bit. There we go. There, that should be better for everybody, I think. A little bit. There you go. So you can see how, like, just by looking at the map, you can see how dark everything is. The reason you can see to the right and left as good as you can is because those are like cave cavern walls that go up. It's probably 80, 100 feet up, but you can see those walls. You know, you could climb them to the distances that you see if you wanted to. One of the things that Kaw notices right away from atop Jinyuka's shoulders is that there's a rather large hole to the northeast in the wall. Like, it goes in and then it goes down. Like, almost immediately down. You assume that kobolds probably throw the refuse in there or something like that, or not kobolds, but trolls. Throw the refuse in there, or maybe it's just it happens to be a rift deep into the Underdark that, you know, just they happen from time to time. You've noticed, you know.
There seems to be some sort of hole in the wall. I don't
Here.
suggest we go down it, but I just want to point it out so nobody falls down it.
Yes, I think I've had my fair share of mindless exploration today.
Okay. You do know that this is the cave system that the trolls inhabit too, by the way. So you guys, you know, are being somewhat silent or quiet at this point.
Yeah, we should bust out one of those scrolls that pass without a trace.
You read my mind, Call.
Not a bad idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pass without trace.
Bless you. Yeah.
Okay, I believe that lasts. It lasts a good long time. Hang on one second. Pass without.
Last an hour.
Is it an hour?
You know, I think so. With pass without trace scrolling.
Yeah,
scrolls,
concentration up to an hour. Yep.
Yeah. You know,
Who's going to cast it?
Jessa has the scrolls.
Okay, Jess, are you going to cast it?
Yes, I'm gonna cast it. Yeah.
Okay.
It would have been funny if something happened to those scrolls in the explosions.
So you'll get. You'll
We
get.
would've been so screwed.
You'll get a +10 to any stealth rolls you guys make.
Oh, that means that Jessa and I are absolutely built now because we are both shadowy figures,
All right, should we
masters of disguise.
enter
Oh, let's,
stealth at this time?
let's put my stealth at 20 before I roll the dice. I like.
He's a shadowy figure too. In fact, Fuladar, you might feel a strange kinship with him because he's actually from the plane of shadow. So you know.
Oh wow, that is incredible. I'm dabbled into the plane of shadows myself.
Very nice.
All right, so everybody, give me a stealth check.
Do I have to roll?
Daniel's AFK at the moment.
Right, he's like, you have to roll at that level.
Well, it's a good thing you got a plus 10, Taylor.
I do have the plus 10.
13.
So I got a 13. A whopping 13.
What's
Let's
that
do it.
in?
Where's it?
God,
You got a 22.
and the stealthy of us all.
Dang.
I am a monk trained in the way of shadows, and I'm being out stealthed by just a random rogue artificer.
Why is it? Oh my gosh.
I am not a
not
rogue.
Well, 17. Good thing I had the you know.
Hold on a second.
So
I gotta
both of us are
find
just,
this.
we're just stealthing about.
Why is it not working? I don't know.
It hates us.
Yep.
Check your figures. On about.
There we go. Okay. So we've got a 12 there. Okay, why is it not keeping stuff? There we go.
Yeah.
Alright, so did everybody make over a 12? Oh gosh.
Barely.
Januka, if you didn't have that plus 10, you wouldn't have. And Joe wouldn't have either. And Taylor, you just made it. 13. So yeah, so okay. So you guys are able to get up to about here. I can move you guys all at once, kind of thing, if you want. Here, kind of move up to there. Yeah. So right around there, somewheres. Is everybody there? I'm missing somebody. Right? Where's
Where'd I
Ka?
go?
Where did Ka go?
Ah.
That's what I'm wondering. Is he on Januka?
Yeah,
Oh, he's under
he's
Januka.
on the
Okay, there you go.
Stuck underneath.
Okay, so you
Carl
guys
with
get
the
up.
nat one rolls,
You guys
slips
get
out
up
one
to
of the
there,
holes.
and from right there, I believe you can see the other trolls. You guys can see two trolls. They're kind of, I don't know. They're talking. Januka can understand them. Anybody speak giant besides Januka?
The list of languages I speak, they're just not consistent at all. No, I speak Goblin and Orc.
Where did Daniel go? He left us.
I'm here. I'm just in the background.
Okay. Blended into the background. Woo. All right. So Januka, you hear them. They're just talking about like daily stuff. You know, like weird, just whatever stuff. Like one of them says something like, "Oh yeah, you see that old Sheila? She was rotting this rain, yeah, and then she kicked me out of her domicile. She did."
Sorry, my cat was stuck in underneath the cabinet. So.
They always manage to find their way in.
They seem to be some sort of guards. Every once in a while, they'll kind of change position a little bit, but they're kind of loud talking to each other. You know, just kind of going about their business.
Shall we go say hi?
They have not noticed you at all. You guys are relatively stealthy at this
I'll
point.
step up to the front and speak to
How far behind them can I see?
1 second.
Januka.
Yes.
Draw their attention. I
It's
can get behind.
it's dark, but
Right,
you can
there
see
you
there's a wall here, and you can see the passage goes to the right and left, like to the northeast and the southwest.
So it looks like we're pretty alone.
To pull them up into that tight passage. I'll get on the other side of them. We'll trap them.
Hmm.
I
think
mean, I'd
shadow
rather not without.
Since we're in the shadows, right? I can teleport up to 60 feet.
Yep.
Even better. The two of us behind him.
Yeah. Although our original plan was to lead the purple worms here, and this was only meant to be a scouting mission.
Now you do know that you do know that there's two guards, and that's all you see. But you do know that there's a whole colony of trolls in these caves. At least, I believe the words was at least a dozen.
We failed this. We
I
should be
said
taking
half
on
a
big
dozen,
attack.
but
Well, no,
Yeah, a
when
dozen
you
is-
ask Carmen Aaron, she said she believes at least a dozen.
I mean, I'm gonna bet you
Just
up,
as the
but
scout lead, just as the scout leader.
This is your
I am
mission.
the early one.
He's the stealthiest of us.
I
Eloise,
like. Am I stealthy enough that I can like slip past them and they wouldn't know?
It's
Okay.
conceivable you could, yeah. In Grand Oath, are you going to volunteer that you could?
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I.
You going to try to stealth past them? It might involve
Yeah.
might involve some climbing,
Yeah, I'm willing to climb. Do a little
or
acrobatics.
it would involve some creative thinking.
So,
I'm up into this hole.
question. We can shapeshift into trolls, right?
Really
Be
small ones.
tiny trolls.
That's what I thought.
Really small
they
ones.
wouldn't buy that. That
You
would be a tough
you might be
sell, even for my persuasion.
might be able to pass as a troll child.
They probably wouldn't buy that. But what if they did though?
That's all you. I'm not.
Yeah,
not
we
doing that.
yeah we're gonna play it safe here. Currently, we're gnomes.
All right, so you're gonna sneak past them. Give me that stealth
Yeah.
check. Give me that stealth check, Jessa.
I too am going to elect to sneak past. Although I don't know. Let me check
And
my
you're
shadow
gonna do the
stuff.
climbing, correct?
Oh, even better.
Right, and you're gonna do the climbing, correct?
Yeah.
Or are you going to just kind of try to be creative about like sneaking past them, kind of thing?
I can climb a little bit. I'll be on the safe
All right,
side.
give me an athletics check.
Not acrobatics.
You could do acrobatics. Yeah, you could do acrobatics. Okay, so you climb past them stealthily with that 38 stealth that you got. I'm assuming this wall. Yes. No.
Sure. So,
Okay.
38.
Okay. Over in here, you see what appears to be the glow of bioluminescent fungi, and what appears to be several trolls with baskets, picking mushrooms and different fungus type things, along with a larger troll like kind of bellowing at them. This troll is like giant compared to the trolls, you know? The trolls are all actually, yeah, the trolls are all large, so I don't know why. So the
He's a
trolls are
real
all
troll of
large.
trolls.
Yeah. And this guy is huge.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot
That's
to, I
too
forgot
heavy.
I forgot I have them at the wrong size. There we go.
Yeah, that's a little. Yeah, that gives me a stronger idea of how doomed we would be.
Yeah. The huge guy seems to be maybe barking orders at them, If you had to guess, maybe he's saying something like "pick faster," or or "hurry it up," or "put your backs into it," or that kind of stuff.
Is he the two-headed troll or the?
He doesn't have two
shaman?
heads. No, you don't see two heads.
I do it. The fib.
He's probably the shaman.
I would like to shadow step, if possible, to this area.
To where?
Right here.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, because we're pretty.
Can
pretty
I
dark in here, right?
walk around to try and get little walk around, try and get numbers?
Yeah, you want to
Or
kind of like
am
walk
I-
around. It's going to take some time, but yes, you could. Fulidar, you don't need a stealth check to shadow step because it's a teleport and it makes really no noise. But if you leave from that point or move from that position, then you'll need to make another stealth check.
Okay.
Anybody else going to do anything, or are you just going to kind of observe?
Brian,
Watch from where I am.
Okay.
yeah, Brian, what's the limitation on shadow step? Because I'm not seeing one.
What do you mean?
Like how the uses.
Oh,
I thought it was based on key point, but it doesn't say it is. It just says I can just do it.
hold on. It is the Shadow Monk, correct?
Yeah, Way of the Shadow, Warrior of the Shadow.
And when do you get that at 6th level? Yeah,
Yep.
Shadow Step. Gain the ability to Shadow Step from one shadow to another. When you are in dim light or darkness, as a bonus action, you can teleport 60 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see that's also in dim light or darkness. You then have advantage on the first melee attack. So yeah, so there's no limitation.
Okay, well that makes this a lot easier.
It's a fairly underrated monk class.
Yeah, no, seriously.
I mean, the monk is underrated a lot of ways, but
It wasn't. It was definitely just.
also
not
people think that
underpowered.
they're way broken, but like compared to the ranger, they're not broken. You know, like the
Yeah.
like the ranger is just like terrible.
Like, they were way underpowered before. But
Grandolin, I can get either of you across, but I'm gonna have to stay put over here.
What?
You ain't gonna worry about me. I can go where I want. Well, why would you stay here?
I'm staying here with Januka.
No, he was just saying he could get either me or Januka across, but he'd have to stay
Oh.
behind.
Oh, gotcha, yeah,
Yeah, I can't.
because he could teleport you.
Yeah, I can vortex warp. I can do that to other people, but I can't do it to myself.
I'd rather you guys do good, but I can't really tell you what to do.
yeah, I've already shadow stepped. So.
What is the what it
I
put?
am stuck in the wall.
Oh yeah, sorry. How about now? Are you still stuck?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, there we go.
2, 3, 4,
Come here.
6, plus
Yep.
Come
here. Oh, there's my buddy. Oh, that's a baby boy.
Do you want to put vortex warp up there, Taylor, too? Because you might be able to teleport yourself. Let me look at the description.
I can take him with me.
No, yeah. So it says another creature specifically. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I can take him with me.
Well, sometimes where it says see a target, it says a creature you can see within range. If
Right.
it didn't say another creature in the description, I would allow it because you are a creature that you can see within range.
Right.
But since it specifically says another one, then that means not you.
And this cave is lit up with these glowing funguses, right?
It's lit up in that area. For the most part, though, where you guys are at, it's pretty dark.
Okay, so I can only see 60
also-
feet with my dark vision.
Yeah. So I mean, the cave is kind of lit up. It's just dim everywhere. You can see further than 60 feet. It's just
Okay.
really dim.
Hi, Buck.
I'm gonna move downward into this path. I can kind of clearly make out what's happening over there.
I need to make a token here.
And I
Mushroom
can
token.
make out this area. So I'm gonna go here where I don't really have a good sense of what's in this way. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move downward to this point.
Hi, buddy. You want to say hi to everybody? It's just time for your regular.
It's time for him to make his appearance. Hi, Oliver.
There he is.
Look at the hyper aware
Oh,
bucko.
Say hi. You're on YouTube again. All right, there you
We're
go.
gonna do this and do that. We're gonna tint it green.
That's funny.
There we go.
by the way, I got about 5 minutes before I need to hop off here.
All right, yeah, we're at 3 o'clock too, so we should probably wrap it up pretty quick here. So as we're scouting the cave, let's take care of Fuladar real quick. What you see down there, in the troll caves there.
I'm just gonna.
You see what appears to be a ritualistic looking tent with a very tribal look to it. You're not 100% sure what this is, but this seems to be an important person's tent. It is there's all sorts of like totemic type things outside of it, and fetishes and little trinkets and stuff dangling from the tent and surrounding areas. It seems to be a place of power or magic. You
Is
also
there someone
notice
in the
there's
tent?
a pile of rubble. You do think you see some shadows moving around in the tent.
Fun.
Gods,
All right, and
why
then
must I be cursed with correctness?
Jessa, where did you go? Looking.
I'm going to the north one.
Okay, looking down, you see another like exit to the south there, kind of. As you're passing that exit, you see essentially a bunch of trolls, like 4 of them. They all seem to be gathered around what appears to be a large hole in the ground, and they seem to be like chucking stuff down this hole. It looks like old bones or rotten meat, or different things like that.
Lovely.
Grandolith, were you going to do anything, or are you going to wait back there with Januka and Ka?
I'm waiting there with them.
Okay, Januka, Ka, and Grandolith, you notice that the 2 guards get into a shoving match with each other every once in a while. And kind of like push at each other and pick at each other, and then they kind of like return to their, spots. As far as the farmer trolls, Jessa, you saw the farmer trolls. They were, basically picking up molds and fungus and stuff. It's, they're basically kind of like the farmers among them. Whether it's tasked or whatever, you're not 100% sure. When you're heading up the next hallway, you see what appears to be 2 more troll guards. And with that, we will end it here.
Wonderful.
And I will say, thanks for joining us here on Action Surge, where imagination collides with the roll of the dice. We battle fearsome foes, forge unforgettable memories, and as the session draws to a close, remember the journey never truly ends. Keep rolling those dice, weaving those tales. Farewell, and join us on all the Action Surge 5e platforms, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, all that good stuff. And give us likes and subscribes. And until next time, may all your actions surge. I don't know that I did intro credits this time either.
No, you did.
You did.
Gather round, adventurers bold in the realm where tales unfold. The podcast of heroes, a quest divine, where imagination takes flight. Let's combine. Roll the dice, let the story begin. Monsters and magic